It's time for the Midweek Mashup with James Herrington, Ritchie Johnston, and Jonathan Edwards. So sit back, it's time to rock out with 2 hours of the hardest unsigned rock on Smile Radio. Yeah!
Yeah, boy. Here we are. It's Wednesday night on Smile Radio. A little bit later than planned. Usually we're supposed to be here for 9 o'clock, but unfortunately it was me letting the side down this week. Now, at the moment, I'm joined by Jonathan Edwards. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm cool. We had a few technical difficulties just in getting set up there. We lost Johnny for a moment, but we've got him back. Now, Jam, he's gone to have a bite to eat. How inconsiderate of him, you know. But here we are. It's the midweek.
Letting us down.
I know there's always one in there, you know. But here we are. It's the midweek mashup again, live on air. We'll be live. Well, we're not live, but we'll be on Spotify later on, so you'll be able to catch the show on there. Now we're going to be bringing in some random subjects. We're also going to be bringing in some rock music. Now, to kick this week off, Johnny, I've got a film coming out on Sunday. Can you believe this?
A film?
A film, yeah. 5 years in the making. I've got a film finally coming out. It started in 2013. We shot it over 3 years. Believe it or not, though, in the 3 years, the actual shooting time of the film is actually just 10 days. I spent more time rewriting the script than we did shooting the script, so it's one of those. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing it up...
your script was bad, then?
It's not that the script was bad, man. It was just budgetary constraints. I had an epic all planned out, and we had to make do with, like, lemons instead of, like, super lemonade, you know. Anyway, but yeah, the reason I'm bringing it up is the first song of the evening that I'm going to play for you here on the midweek mashup this evening is actually going to be featured on the soundtrack for the movie. This band, they're from Norfolk, they're from Norwich. They kindly allowed us to put this song as the opening theme to the film, which is called The Last Day. You'll be able to catch it on YouTube on Sunday. And yeah, at the moment, the director is actually the director slash editor slash everything else in between. He's just rendering it. He's got about something like 94,000 frames to render, so he's buggered off to the pub for a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, kick it off this evening. We're going to have the Thinking Men from Norwich, and this is a song called I Wanna Be Good. This is one of my favourites that they've done, and I hope you guys enjoy it too.
I wanna be good. Ourselves in evil, become accusers of mankind. All with an unfriendly voice, love and hate to us alike. Walk through the streets of this desolate land with temptation and anxiety. heaven of hell.
Kicking it off there with a bit of Norwich's finest, The Thinking Men, and I Want to Be Good. Excuse me, you can tell I've got a bit of a cold on the brew there. I keep having to clear my throat this evening. I'm joined by Jonathan Edwards. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm good.
What did you think to that then?
I'm good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I was probably bobbing away to it.
See, to me, that's got elements of Nick Cave and the Lightning Seeds about it. Not the Lightning Seeds, the Bad Seeds. You know, the red right hand. Bow, and it's kind of got that sort of like oomph to it. And I honestly, when I first heard that when we was doing the Unsigned show, I absolutely fell in love with that song. And when the film was really ready for finishing, I said to Matthew, the director, I was like, dude, you really need to talk to these guys. This track would just fit perfectly with that introduction. And he did, and they were really nice about it. They dropped us a couple of messages and that. And yeah, there we go. We got to actually use that song in the last day. So yeah, the I Wanna Be Good by The Thinking Men, as featured on Ritchie Johnston's The Last Day. It's not just my film, it's everybody else that made it as well, but, you know, I'm saying it for the sake of the show tonight. Ritchie Johnston's The Last Day. Yeah. So, Johnny, have you had anything new happen to you this week? I mean, obviously you hit 21 last weekend, so let's talk a little bit about that to kick the show off a bit. What did you get up to?
I got very drunk and did stupid stuff in a club.
All right, well, is there any part of that we can actually possibly talk about on air, or is it all like we can't talk about that on air tonight? No. You know, oh, it's one of those. All right, that's sounds about right. So
to everyone's imagination.
Yeah, leave it. It's best. It's always best to sort of leave it out.
Just bear in mind it was me and Jam.
Yeah. Prepare for trouble and make it a double. Now, Jamathy will be with us shortly. He is actually just being a mummy's boy and having his tea right now. He's just got to wait up all his sprouts and yeah, have his hot cup of cocoa.
Good little boy.
We're a little bit later than usual, but yeah. So Jam trekked up to Middlesbrough all the way from Norwich, which took him about 12 hours to get there. Like, we were supposed to do the Game Boys the night that he arrived, and we had to put it back a little bit. You know, it's you guys. Whenever I do another show, whenever I do a show on Smile Radio, I'm always on time, but when it's a show with you guys, we're always late. I think that's going to be our thing. We just rock in and do stuff late. That's it, you know, running on that special time.
Well, we're true rockers. We're stars already.
That's it. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. Now, also, just to let everybody know now, we are into the podcasting game, so you can catch us on Podbean. We'll also be on Spotify. I think we're on No, in fact, I don't think. I know we're on Stitcher. We should shortly be on iTunes. Can you believe it? iTunes takes forever. Google, the one that I had to log in as an American and get us on, that happened within 24 hours. iTunes, which I legitimately did like normal, still not there with it yet. I'm still waiting for the confirmation to come through.
Where's the accent then, Ritchie? You've got to keep up the charade.
The accent, I've got the accent in there somewhere. That little bit of American in me kicks out from time to time, like, howdy, y'all. Howdy.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we've got a topic to talk about this evening. Ross from Friends, obviously in shoplifting these days. We're going to talk a little bit about that when Jam gets back from his tea and his nappy change. But we're going to have a bit more music now while we get warmed up into the show. We're going to have a bit of rock tonight, Johnny, because, you know, Friday night, we're launching the rock show here at Smile Radio. Proper rock and roll on Friday night, all unsigned rock. I'm feeling pretty excited about it. How are you feeling about it?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I love my rock, and finding new bands is possibly one of the best ways to celebrate it.
Well, it's been a long time in the making as this show, because we talked about it months ago, and then it's just been schedule clashes. Like, I can't do it this week. No, we've got to go out that week. All right, we'll get it. Yeah. And then gradually we got to it last weekend. We went, right, the birthdays are out the way, because, me and Johnny share the same birthday. The birthdays are out the way. We're doing the show next week. So, this Friday from 9 PM, tune in to the Renegade Rock Hours with Johnny and Ritchie. every Friday night from 9 PM on Smile Radio. So anyway, I'm going to have some more rock music now. This one's called Fallen Symphony, and it's by the Statue of a Goat.
I'm gonna push you till you lose it and you fall out of line. And by my word, by my name, I'm gonna let it all come crashing down and beat you in time. Cause that's how you play the game. When the waves crash down and the skies turn black, you can't turn back. No one will listen to you now. No one talk about your modest fate. You brought yourself into the shame of your name. This rain will soak into your skin with broken glass, tears and debris. You wrote this history yourself. Your soul in symphony. By turning pages, slipping over you, we're testing the edge. Your practice and smiles, you all around. It's my mission, it's my task, and it's my pledge that your time is up, you're going down. When the waves crash down and the skies turn black, you can't turn back. No one will listen to you now. No one talk about your modest fate. You brought yourself into the shade of your name. This rain will soak into your skin with broken glass, tears and debris. You wrote this history yourself. It's falling symphony. So here you stand. All your money is gone, you got nothing in your hand. So you cry, and you're down, and you end, face right in the ground. No one will listen to you now. No one talk about your modest fate. You brought yourself into the shade of your name. This rain will soak into your skin with broken glass, tears and debris. You wrote this history yourself. It's all in symphony. No one will listen to you now. No one talk about your modest fate. You brought yourself into the shade of your name. This rain will soak into your skin with broken glass, tears and debris. You wrote this history yourself. It's all in symphony.
Look at me now, I am so nervous. Help me lift some weight of my burden. I was lost, I found a cure for my disease. I'm changing the course, 'cause the world it moves so fast around me. Illuminate my mind and now see. I let my candles walk beside the light. I fell into a state and you after. I call it by his name, disaster. I lit my candles, they will make me shine. One is for truth, one is for sorrow. Two will help me face the tomorrow. Don't you know I'm under a mountain, paralyzed now the rock is crumbling. Walked for many miles and stumbled. I came across a great big wonder. I lit my candles, walked beside the light. This is a light of revolution. I came out clean from my confusion. I lit my candles, they will make me shine. I'm so
Nine Candles there by Supralunar. You're listening to the Midweek Mashup here on Smile Radio with me, and now we've got Jam as well as Johnny joining the group. How you doing, Jam?
Yeah, not too bad. Just chilling.
Yeah, you can hear it in his voice, the pure aggression there. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just chilling. What's it to you? You know. Anyway, this is the Midweek Mashup on Smart Radio, a show where we kind of have a rant about stuff and play some good music in between. Today I was telling Johnny that I was telling Jam that today's subject we're going to be talking about in a bit is Ross from Friends, gone to a life of crime, shoplifting in Blackpool nonetheless. We'll be talking about that very shortly. In the meantime, let's get reacquainted with the guys here. There's me, Ritchie, Johnston. You can catch me 1 to 3 Mondays to Thursdays here on Spar Radio. Jam and Johnny, they're the part-timers. You can catch them Wednesday, Thursday and Friday nights. Well, sometimes Friday nights with Jam, but Friday nights with Johnny for the rock show and that anyway. But yeah,
Jam's never about. Who are you lying to?
I know. But hey, the main thing is, guys, we've launched as a podcast this week. What do you reckon to that?
Next big step, right?
That is the next big step indeed, my friend. And I mean, you can catch us on demand all over the shop now, in your ears 24/7, Small Radio and stuff. Now, Jam, you went on a big adventure last weekend to Middlesbrough. We sort of like briefly mentioned this a little while ago while we was waiting for you to get your nappy changed and have your tea and stuff. And you had a 12-hour journey. Let's talk about that for a little bit. So you went from Norwich to London, and then from London to Middlesbrough, and it took you nearly 12 hours to get there. And then when you come back, you fell asleep. You missed your bus, didn't you?
I did indeed. I missed my coach. It was 3 minutes. What was it? 8:30.
Yeah.
The coach.
And what time did you actually get to the station?
Well, we didn't actually get to the station.
Well, we didn't even make it that far, to be honest, you know.
No.
Me
and Johnny stayed up all night like real gamers.
That's it, you know, you got to get the homework in there. Now, because you're here tomorrow night with the Game Boys, have you got a game in mind for tomorrow night yet, chaps?
Ooh.
No. Well, we'll work on it. As the night goes. Because, you know, we've timed it pretty badly, to be fair, because if we'd been doing Game Boys at midnight, Friday morning, you know, we could be doing Red Dead Redemption 2 releases at midnight on Friday morning, yeah. So
I'm sure me and you will be, Richie.
Oh, I'll be playing a bit of Red Dead. Don't you worry about that. As soon as it goes past the clock goes past the 01, Red Dead Redemption will be loading up on that Xbox. I tell you, I'm really excited just for the fact that it's the closest I'm ever probably going to get in this lifetime to Westworld. So I'm just going to go around, set up a gang, rob some banks, and then become a bounty hunter. Live out my wildest fantasy in the woodland, killing bears and having bear rugs.
It's the only way to do it.
Well, that's it. You know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know. Now you got Jam. Have you got any highlights of the week yet so far? Now it's midweek. Anything great happened to you this week, or not so great?
No, I've just been working.
Well, there we go. The big work. Now, you know, we said about a week or so ago, Jam, let's get Jam a job, and Jam did get a job again. You know, he got messed around a little bit,
indeed.
And he was straight back on it. He's back into the working world again. You know, dealing with people face to face. How does that feel, Jam? You can be honest. It's the midweek mashup. Let's just lay it on the line.
Well, I mean, it was alright.
Just hit it out
the first
there.
week there. I was used to getting it, you know, like the little banter.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back and all that sort of thing. You said you'd never come back. Oh.
They always come back.
And then, the second week's been pretty chilled. Everyone seemed to have just settled in, and then,
Ah, groovy. So, are you enjoying it being back there again, or you know, are you looking for other stuff on the horizon?
It's quite relaxing, and it's quite nice to be back because it's quite somewhere I'm comfortable.
It's the routine that you know, which is always the important thing, I guess. Yeah. Like, you know, now speaking of routines and importance of stuff and men's health and that, you know, tune in tomorrow night for our brand new show. It's a talk show from 7:30. It's not the Game Boys, by the way. It's TC Talks on Smile Radio. We've got Tom Crawford Fitzsimmons coming in to talk about the issues that, you know, people don't really talk about. This week he's talking about men's health and depression, because, you know, it's one of those illnesses that goes undiagnosed. People often overlook depression as what it is, but it is a really serious thing. I suffer from depression. I have good days, I have bad days, I have days where I want to like beat the hell out of a wall until my fists are bloody pulp, but you know, you get through it. But luckily you got shows like TC Talks, which, you know, will give you the pointers as to getting you back on the right track with stuff if you're having one of those sort of bad days. So yeah, tune in from 7:30 tomorrow night on Smart Radio. Now, We're going to talk about the topic of Ross shoplifting in a little bit. We're going to have some more music now. This next one is the Spiral Sequence, and it's called Blood and Ashes. You're listening to the Midweek Mashup. I'm Ritchie. He's... One of you can throw it in there now if you want. I don't care which you. We've got Jam, yeah, and then who's the other guy? Got Johnny.
I'm not
Don't
Johnny.
talk about the other guy.
Well, not Johnny, yeah. We've got not Johnny in the house tonight anyway.
Johnny.
Yeah, but here's some Blood and Ashes with me,
Rip that guy.
Jam, and not Johnny. So yeah, check this out. Blood and Ashes by The Spiral Sequence. You're listening to the Midweek Mashup here at Smile Radio with me, Jam, and Johnny. We're a little bit later than pre-planned because we were supposed to go on at 9, but because somebody was unreliable. This time it was actually me, and I got stuck in a bit of traffic, trying to get home for a big meeting this evening. Yeah, we started about half hour later, but yeah, so the first half hour of the show is over. Jam joined us for the final 10 minutes of that last half hour. What did you think to the Spiral Sequence, fellas? Blood and Ashes. We'll start with Johnny. I'll give you cues this time.
I
Okay,
love
that's good.
that fucking guitar riff.
Yeah, alright, okay. Naughty language, you know, you've got to throw out the discretionary reward in there, but yeah.
Dropping the F-bombs in.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
my
He's
bad.
just dropping them all in there, you know what I
It's
mean?
past 9 o'clock.
I know it's past 9 o'clock, mate, but bloody hell, you know. Save some for the rest of us, like. Now you said it, I can't say it for the
Yeah.
rest of the night, innit? You know, I've got to use flip and stuff,
Can't say
innit?
it for about half an hour.
Yeah, that's it, you know. Anyway, yeah, the Spiral Sequence, another new one, Blood and Ashes, 6 minutes, 15 seconds long. A nice little long track there in the rock side of things. Got loads of more rock music coming up this evening on the Midweek Mashup. Going to talk a little bit now about annoying things. So, yeah, guys, last night I was watching Daredevil, the season finale. I've finally binge-watched all of Season 3 of Daredevil, and I've got to admit, I was a little bit apprehensive about the season as a whole, so I'll give it a little bit of a review with non-spoilery here. Have you guys caught any of it yet?
No.
It's very slow burning, but the ending is kind of worth it. I was a bit gutted with what they did with Bullseye, because you don't actually get to see Bullseye in his Bullseye outfit at all. I don't really want to spoil it, but I'm just going to tell you now, if you're expecting to see old school Bullseye, you're not going to see it. I mean, the closest you've got to that is Colin Farrell, and nobody wants to see that one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that Daredevil doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, watching the season finale last night, I went up to bed to watch it on Netflix because I wasn't feeling too great. And yeah, for 40 minutes, I had the sounds of heavy panting, heavy breathing, and dirty talking coming through my walls. Danny, she was lucky enough to sleep through it. You know, she didn't catch any of it. I caught every like bone shuddering moment of it. You know, I was just in bed just to like. She was throwing out a command at him, and I was just like, just do it already, man, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? But yeah, so it was one of those, isn't it? You know, but yeah, so kind of growing me a little bit because it's like, you know, human nature and that, but at the same time, try to watch Daredevil, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like I try to binge watch something, they disturb. Anyway, stuff that gripes you guys. Let's read a saver, Johnny. Something that annoyed you. Let's talk about that for a minute.
People that sit next to you on the bus and decide to talk to you, but you really don't care.
Oh man, that actually does gripe me a little bit. To be fair, if I'm honest with you, yeah, it's just because I don't really like talking to strangers. I have a bit of anxiety in that. I'm not a sociable kind of guy. If I'm on the bus, I like to be left alone. So yeah, I can relate to you on that. People that talk to you. When's this happened to you? Is this quite recently then?
It was like the other day.
What he's not telling us is that it was
Some really old, annoying man.
It's not.
Back in my day.
You can't call Jam an annoying old man.
Yeah, it wasn't
Wish you
Jam.
shared a bus on me.
Oh man, but yeah, no, right, yeah, no, I get that. So yeah, people sharing stories on the bus. You just want to get your journey over and done with. I hate long journeys at the best of times. I hate bus journeys at the best of times. Jam, over to you. What grinds your gears? Let's talk about that this week.
Well, where do I start?
Oh.
Let's go.
So, just people at work trying to get into your business, you know, they know basic things about your personal life and then try to escalate it, and just because it sounds funny to them.
Yeah, but it's personal life, isn't it? There's always that line between what's funny and like what's really personal. And yeah, I mean, I know where you're coming from with this a little bit, and yeah, it's not cool, man. It's like if people should just leave stuff like that alone, if I'm honest with you. I mean, I don't want to go too much into details of it because yeah, but yeah, it's one of those ones that, you know, people will talk poop because that's their thing, and they do it without thinking of the consequences of consequences and repercussions of their actions. And yeah, people that stick their noses in where it ain't quite welcome. There's our three things there that grind our
gears. At the end of the
gears.
day, you know, you're just there to work.
Yeah, well, that's it. You just want to keep your head down and get the stuff done and get out and get onto the radio, obviously, because, you know, that's the other side of your life now. You're mine. But yeah, so midweek mashup, let's get on to that main subject of the evening. Right, so it's been all over the news today. Ross from Friends is taking a hard turn in life. He stole beer from a shop in Blackpool. The only twist is that it isn't actually Ross from Friends, it's just some guy that actually looks like him. But when you see the look-alike, It's blatantly him, man. I don't care if he was in New York buying beer at the time. That is David Trimmer, shoplifting.
We'll have to post the picture on Facebook.
He was not in New York.
I've got to
On the
post.
Game Boys Facebook page.
Yes, I see what you're doing there, Johnny. Dropping a little plug in for the Game Boys there. Now, the Game Boys are here tomorrow night from 9 o'clock. Before we go into that subject, though, he's Johnny's just reminded me. Bear with a second, so I'll keep talking while I find it. But yeah, Ross from Friends, shoplifting in Blackpool. He says he wasn't doing it because he was in New York. But to me, that's never any excuse. Anyway, what do you think? Did Ross do it? Yes or no? Drop us a message on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Or alternatively, hit up these guys at the Game Boys of Smile. Also on Facebook. If we're on Twitter, it's at Smile Radio 3. Now anyway, as I was saying...
Check out the Game Boys Thursday nights, 9 PM for the great gamer quiz, the usual gamer banter, and some good times.
You can catch us online via the website www.smileradio.co, or alternatively, download the free app on iTunes and Android devices.
It's late night lineup, so only listen if you're not easily offended.
Game Boys, a Smile Radio exclusive.
Yeah, there you go. Game Boys, a Smile Radio exclusive. I think that's the most cleanly spoken that you guys have ever been on anything on any of these shows. There is that like small 22-second
I can
promo.
neither confirm nor deny it.
Yeah, you know the case, Jam. You know the dealio, Mister. Anyway, let's have some more music, and we'll talk more about Ross shoplifting after this. This next one is by As December Falls, and it's called Ride. As December falls, it's kicking off a little bit there. Yeah, as December falls there with Ride. Now, Johnny, you said before while that song was going on, you've actually heard of As December Falls, and you were surprised that they actually made it into the playlist this week because generally we deal with unsigned bands. Yeah,
I had a mate who told me about them.
Well, here's the thing with As December
I
Falls.
followed them on Spotify for a while.
Well, as it happens, they are unsigned.
I honestly thought with the music being that good that they'd been signed.
No, totally unsigned. They do all of their own press. They, sort out all of their own touring and everything. They pretty much are a powerhouse in unsigned music because, they've worked so hard to get all them followers, and they have got a massive following now. And, you can't deny it that they've put a lot of hard work in, and that's what music is all about. They've put the passion into the music, and again, they kind of have undertones to me of like Paramore when they were really good. Yeah. Not quite so much modern Paramore, but early Paramore.
Not nowadays.
Oh my goodness.
But As December Falls, they're actually based in Nottingham, I think. They're a UK band that's quite local to one of us somewhere down the line. One of us anyway. One of all three of us. I mean, you got Johnny up in Middlesbrough, you got me over in West Yorkshire, and you've got Jam down in Norwich. All over the country as our little team, but we all bond together via Xbox Live here on radio for Game Boys and Midweek Mashup, and definitely that rock show on Friday. But yeah, David Schwimmer is a bit of a dirty boy, been shoplifting. Can believe it. You just got to look at the look in his eye, and you can see that he did it. But I'll read you guys the article and we'll see what you make of it. Right, so this all come about, like, the UK police force's search for Ross Geller lookalike thief must go on after the real star cleared his name in a social media video. Officers in Blackpool shared the CCTV still of a man dubbed the spitting image of Friends actor David Schwimmer clutching a crate of beer. I mean, obviously, times have been tough since Friends. I mean, you don't really see him on TV anymore, do you? So, I mean, it's totally beyond the realms of belief that, he's hit the can quite hard recently. Because, I mean, I'm looking at the photo. The photo of David Schwimmer carrying beers through a New York store. I mean, he's got his hands full of beer. You're telling me he's not looking for a party. Anyway, Schwimmer responded to jokes posted on Blackpool Police's Facebook post with a video on Wednesday. He wished officers hunting the double good luck with the investigation. On a side note, he was laughing gleefully because he was on the plane back from Blackpool at the time. But yeah, in the video posted to Twitter and Instagram, the star is seen furtively glancing at the camera as he walks through the convenience store clutching cans of beer. Officers, I swear it wasn't me, says the accompanying post. As you can see, I was in New York. Of course he was. To the hard-working Blackpool police, good luck with the investigation. Police had earlier confirmed Sean was not in the UK at the time of the offence. Sure he wasn't. But the original post has descended into something of a Friends quote fest. Attracted 133,000 comments referencing the show. Did you guys ever watch Friends? It wasn't one of my big shows. I caught episodes here and there, but I wasn't really ever a big. I don't like Friends. I don't like anybody, to be fair.
Sadly,
but yeah.
One of my work colleagues is obsessed with the show. So
Oh,
whenever
man.
she's on lunch,
You have to tell her Ross Geller's a shoplifter, innit? So the article continues. I don't think it's been this guy's day, his week, his month, or even his year, wrote Nick Croston, while Ollie Byrne quipped, I'm surprised you've not found him. You're always stuck in second gear. A few jokes about the pivot, a few jokes about my sandwich, and so the list goes on. But yeah, it wasn't him, it was a double, so he says. But yeah, lookalikes. I mean, they're sort of getting about. I saw a post on Facebook the other day with like the Russian Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, and it was like he does look like him, but he's a bit fatter, isn't he? And he's got that sort of stern glazed look in his eye.
Did you see the list of them though?
I did. I was having a look through, and I was like, "That's pretty funny." The Turkish George Clooney, man, he nailed it. He proper,
that was pretty accurate on the line.
Wants to get out of Turkey. Go to Hollywood. You've got it made for you, bud. You don't get looks like that and then like just cruise by in life. You
do nothing with it. Yeah.
You cash in with it a little bit, don't you? You make the money, make that
Be a
cheddar.
stunt double.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not quite a stunt double. I mean, if I had a double, I wouldn't want him to be my stunt double. Actually, maybe they would, because then if anything happened to them, it's not going to happen to me, right? But hey, but yeah. So doubles. Johnny, have you got a double out there that may be a shoplifter? Do you know?
probably.
It's not his double, just to clear for the radio. It's probably just Johnny.
I'm sorry.
He is from Middlesbrough. No offence to the rest of you Middlesbroughians. It's just Johnny. We've got it out for him tonight. Anyway, stay tuned to Smile Radio. Coming up after us at 11:30 is some Renegade Rock. Then at midnight, you've got the Classic Rock Hours till 3 o'clock, taking you up to an All Requests Hour at 3 a.m. and The Sound of Soul at 4 a.m. with Rich Harrison, who is also back for the drive time at 4 p.m. on Smile Radio. Keeps himself busy, does our Rich? Not quite as busy as me, though. Anyway, we've got some more new music coming up now. This one is for you, Jam, because the song suits it suits your mood this evening. It's called The Fury, and it's by Some Like Blood.
Thank past, don't hold your breath, don't fade away. No more clocks ticking in your head. Deadlines past, don't live your life like you're half past dead. Morning light flashed before your eyes. Death comes swift from another grave before you realize. Now everybody follow me to the graveyard you will find. Time is always on your mind. A dying tragedy. Taking time to live your life. Deadlines pass, don't hold your breath, don't fade away. No more clocks ticking in your head. Deadlines past, so live your life like you're half past dead.
Half Past Dead there by Half Past Dead. You know, self-titled song by the band. That's all. Caught me off guard there because I didn't realise the song was coming to a close. But it's come to that time of the show where we need to have a word from some of our sponsors. So yes, we're going to cut to some of the sponsor talk now. If you bear with me, because again, I'm half cocked. It's that time of the evening, and yeah, it's not all working out for me today. I'm having a few technical difficulties. On the bright side, though, at least I haven't dropped the F-bomb. Like you, Johnny. Hey, lad.
Hey, I do my best.
Anyway, here's something that's coming this weekend.
This Halloween, come on down to the Midland Hotel on Sunday, the 28th of October, for a day of music featuring New Terminal Boy, Ringo and the Wolf, and a costume prize for the best dressed child. So come down to the Midland Hotel, Market Street, Normanton, on the October 28th from midday. You'll be ghoulish to miss it.
Whoever does the voiceovers, they definitely need a pay rise. Anyway, here's another word from one of our sponsors.
The Curtain Shop Ossett. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, visit our showroom at 9 Kingsway Ossett, WF5 8DA. or give us a call on 01924 283 284. Visit our website www.yorkshirecurtainshop.co.uk or look for The Curtain Shop on Facebook. The Curtain Shop Ossett.
Yes, get yourself down to the Curtain Shop in Ossett. We're talking to those guys quite a bit recently because obviously they're taking the ad out with us. And yeah, we might be able to sort a little discount out with the Smile Radio advert. So yeah, keep listening. If you need your carpets doing, you might be able to get a discount through Smile Radio. There we go. Sounds good, right, lads? Anyway, welcome back to the Midweek Mashup here on Smile Radio. I kind of missed what's going on there because the guys are on mute for that little bit, but I've come back and they're all having the massive giggles. What's the dealio?
It's
a little inside joke.
Oh, right, okay. All I can say is that you're a pair of P words because Johnny's used that one allowance for the evening. But yeah, you pair of P words. P words anyway. But yeah, this is the Midweek Mashup. We're here to sort of rant and stuff about other stuff, you know. Ross from Friends, he's a shoplifter these days. Times are tough all round, isn't it? You know. Unlike Johnny,
struggling.
I'm not going to bring the B word up. Anyway, yes, Jam, I hear you loud and clear, buddy. We're going to talk about that now in this next segment because we've got half hour left to go of the show. So, Jam, download, talk to me, line up.
So, the lineups have been done, or a couple of lineups have been announced for download next year. The main events being Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You've got Def Leppard, Slipknot, and Tool.
Well, on that note, see, Danny come up to me yesterday, because it's interesting that you come up with this, because I know you went to download last year, and she was saying, Diane Verd, it's time goes by so fast, mate, I tell you, I lose track of the days at the moment, I lose track of the seconds as well, but yeah, Danny, my better half, she was saying about going down to download this year, because one of her favourite bands, Diane Verd, is actually playing this year at download as well. Now, Jam, tell us what to expect at download. Danny's been before, but, you know, I want to throw it over to you. What was your experience at download this year?
A lot of drinking.
Nothingness.
A lot of drinking. Was there some remorse to go with it, though, or was it all good feeling generally?
No, it was all good feeling. It was all good. It was a good vibe. Great people there as well.
Did you come back smelling like a foot?
I don't know how I came back smelling. I kind
of
almost passed out.
It's festival, isn't it? You go camping at a festival, you come back smelling like a foot. It's like the unwritten rule, isn't it? Because the shower facilities are that pretty gross at these places. I mean, we had. I was quite lucky earlier on this year. We went to a trike festival, VW trike festival, just outside of Donny, and they've been doing it for a couple of years. But with the money that they get into it, what they've actually done is they've put a shower cubicle and everything in there. And yeah, that's all cool and everything. But when you walk into it, you know, people with like verrucas and stuff, all that kind of grossness and that. But it's a novelty idea and that. But you know, it's like you can't go to a festival without coming home smelling like a foot because it's the unwritten rule of it. Right. So who did you see at download this year?
There was Avenged Sevenfold, Guns N' Roses. We watched a bit of Baby Metal, Marilyn Manson.
Who was your favourite this
Osbourne.
Baby
Avenged
Metal when they
Sevenfold,
get
without a
snuck
doubt.
on stage.
Avenged Sevenfold, without a doubt. Now, 100%. Also, you because you like to go to these gigs and stuff. I saw that you was interested in the Disturbed. They're touring the UK this year or next year. Is it next year?
Yeah.
Are you guys
one of the many things we have planned?
Is it both of you?
Going to plan.
Is it a double road trip? That's cool. We're gonna have to start recording these little road trips. Jam and Johnny on the road on Smile Radio. Be prepared.
It's a GoPro, and then you'll see some boring things.
I don't think it'd be all that boring, if I'm honest with you. I know you guys too well by now today that boring is the is the word that I'd put furthest away from you guys in chaotic and stuff. That's a closest resemblance, and but yeah, I wouldn't put boring in there anywhere. But yeah, so download and Disturbed, two big things that you guys are looking to hit up over the next year. You might even see me there next year if I can get a babysitter and that. I might come down to download and show my face because they have a great unsigned tent there as well. This year, The Cut, one of the bands, again, they're from Derbyshire way. They actually performed in the unsigned tent, but Jam didn't get to catch him because he's ignorant to unsigned music apart from when we play it on the show apparently. But but yeah,
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, I wonder. But yeah, We might even make it a Smile Radio road trip. I reckon we'll all get down there together, have a hangout, do a little bit of recording, and yeah. I mean, obviously we'll have to record it before we all get smashed. Obviously, you know. I mean, I don't get smashed because I don't drink, but you guys, I can't speak for you guys whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't
I'm gonna
be
get
talking much.
a little bit tipsy.
Everybody in the club getting tips. You guys probably don't remember that one, do you? You know. Anyway,
Getting
Of course we do.
Ritchie? Getting
What? We've been clubbing.
getting tips, isn't it? You know. Yeah. Oh, you've been clubbing. Did you go clubbing at the weekend?
Yes, we did.
Where did you go in Middlesbrough?
It was mad.
Where was the hot spots in Middlesbrough, Johnny? We'll
To the
bring
one and the only Empire.
Empire. Yeah.
On Sumo night.
See, you keep bringing up
was
Empire,
mad.
and it's making me feel like I need to come to Middlesbrough to, you know, experience Empire. Just brush off my shoes
We
out of
need to
retirement.
have a Smile Radio Empire experience.
Yes, that does sound like a plan.
agree.
You know what? We'll have to get in contact with the place Empire and see what they can hook up, because you know we do that now. We actually get out there
Yes,
and we
we
get to
do.
venues, and yeah, hopefully it's something on the lineup. I mean, I'd love to do that. You know, have a set at
That
Empire
sort
and
of
that.
music.
Plus, it gives me an excuse to get away. I can file an all expenses paid trip to the boss. You know, all the good stuff in it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, what is there not to love about it? Anyway, this is the Midweek Mashup here on Smile Radio. We're here for another half hour because we were supposed to go on 9 till 11, but I was running a bit late, so we're going 9:30 till 11 this evening. We would go on an extra half hour, but Jamathy has to be up at 6 a.m. in the morning, and yeah, we don't want to keep him from
Yeah,
sleep.
little baby.
I'm not going to
Right,
throw any
yeah.
retort into that, but yeah, anyway, next song is by ReMatch. This is called Chicago.
I never thought it would come to this, starting to lose sleep over it. Packing the things that I want and I can't find the words. So get out of my bed, I need you out of my head. And the things that you said last night still haunt me. Well, I guess I'll try to find peace of mind. So I'll go and be alright if you say so. The worst way of flying on the net. Now I know I should have never left Chicago. A mistake, thinking you'd never go away, thinking you'd never go away, thinking you'd never go. Here we go, and we're right back at it. Another fight just to break the static. I never thought of the consequences. I'll go, just give me my jacket. It's getting old, you're out of control, she says. Spinning out, trying not to end up dead. Said you change, but you'll never grow up. This is goodbye. So I'll go and be alright if you say so. The worst way of flying on the net. Now I know I should have never left Chicago.
Welcome back. It's the Midweek Mashup here on Smile Radio with me, Jam, and Johnny. Again, we got caught by surprise there. I didn't realise that song was actually about to end, and it did. And I had to quickly jump back on, grab my headset, because, because we're all over the country, I have to work off of 2 headsets when we do these shows, because I have my Xbox headset so I can give the commands off thing and give the lectures, and I have to go to the other headset to listen to the music. Yeah, there we go. But, talking about this week, my little boy breaks up for half term. Can you believe it, guys? He's only been back at school for like 4 weeks and he's already on holiday. Half term already, mate. Yeah. And he's got Halloween off.
Half term in Norwich, yeah.
Well, yeah, some of them break up last week as well, but at the same time, it's like, I don't remember having this many school holidays when I was at school. I was lucky if I got a snow day.
Oh.
If it snowed, it's like, you can still like stick your head out of it.
School's open.
You can do that now, but I was born in a time before the internet, the dark times, when people actually had to socialise physically, or, where people actually had to meet each other and that, back in the day when Game Boys wouldn't have been possible. Well, you got to talk about it like it's the Stone Age. It wasn't that bad, guys. It wasn't that awful. We got to actually.
We probably had square wheels as well.
Do you know what though? It's really funny you should say that. We had square wheels, like soapboxes and stuff, soapbox derbies and that, all that crazy stuff, because I'm that old, guys, obviously, but we've got 25 minutes left of tonight's show. I hope you've enjoyed listening in so far. Don't forget to give us a follow on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire, or if you're these guys, give them a follow at the Game Boys of Smile Radio. Their show, The Game Boys, is on tomorrow night. I say it's their show, it's kind of our show. Jam here's the leader of Team Red, Johnny's the leader of Team Blue. Team Rocket is flowing off to the moon right now.
Winning team.
Yeah. Well, Team Blue was the winning team.
Stole my team.
But we're gonna have to,
Hey, I was always blue.
Are we bringing back the quiz next? Are we bringing back the quiz tomorrow, or are we leaving the quiz because we haven't got Team Rocket yet? Because we're actually gonna have to start holding auditions for a new Team Rocket member, I think, because ours has got AWOL.
I think we put it on hold for now, get them questions ready for the first time, make it a nice special one.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Johnny just while we was off air, and I said to him, what's the dealio with Spider-Man? So he's going to have a play on Spider-Man tomorrow to find out what this new DLC is all about, and that might be one of the subjects that we talk about. We're going to have some more...
If I can afford the DLC.
Oh, if you can't afford it, don't buy it. That's what I'm saying. This is where the rank comes in. But we'll talk about that side of it tomorrow, because that's the gaming show. Tonight is the Midweek Mashup, where we just moan. So, what else can we moan about tonight? Jam, you got anything?
Well,
it's funny you should say that, actually. But
let me just get my pen and paper out.
Yeah, let me just write my list, not Schindler's, but a list of some kind. But yeah, did you? Oh, the other thing that I saw today. Here's something else for you guys to talk about. Titanic 2 launches in 2020. Would you guys go on a boat that's called the Titanic 2?
Making the Titanic.
It's
yes.
a new ship. It's basically been built. They're calling it the Titanic 2. Here's the catch though. It's taking the exact same journey that the original Titanic took. As if they didn't learn the lesson that there's an iceberg in that water somewhere that's got that ship's name written all over it. You know what I mean? And it's not just that, right? You got to think, you're going to have, now it's called Titanic 2, you're going to have all these Leonardo DiCaprio wannabes running up to the front of the deck going, I'm king of the world! And I'm saying this now,
you know what, though?
As Jam's booking his ticket to get on there, isn't he?
I want to be on that ship's maiden voyage.
Would you though? What happens if it sinks? There ain't enough lifeboats. We learned this the first time.
It'll be cool, man.
So
yeah, but you know what you can do? When they say women and children first, just be like...
Did you just assume my gender? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in today, isn't it? Women and children first.
Exactly.
Whoa, hold
fine.
the phone, It'll be amazing though to see. Actually, I can't say it because it's radio.
No, you probably get some woman arguing against it.
Yeah, well, I don't think this is equal. This isn't right. But yeah, we live in the age of.
I shouldn't be allowed
while
to
everyone
jump on
else
just
is
because I'm a
jumping
woman, and then everyone,
Well, here's the other.
People launching themselves on the lifeboats.
Here's the other thing to it as well. I mean, it's not just films and songs that get rebooted these days. Boats do too. And I know how the first boat ended. I wouldn't really want to ride the boat the second time round. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a novelty adventure. But yeah, it's setting off 2020. A luxury cruiser.
Smile Radio exclusive.
Yeah, we'll be broadcasting live from the boat. It's going down. It's been an honour.
We stood there naked, attempting to play violin.
Well, we'll be in the back room, innit? We could all just sit there, like, with the radio equipment. It would be like.
And you'd have those two stupid twins that did Pressure singing as well.
That's it, yeah.
Has anyone
Yes.
seen that video?
And yeah,
Can we actually make that a thing?
we'll be, in the backer we'll be like, guys, it has not been an honour doing this radio show with you. I told you we should have taken this boat trip. Glug, 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 glug. As the boat's gone down, isn't it? You know. But yeah, Titanic 2. What's your thoughts? Get in touch at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3 on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to play some more music now because I'm trying not to laugh and it's going to happen. So here's another one. This one's a bit explicit. It's by For the Better and it's called Two-Faced. I'm sure we've all got somebody that we could dedicate
Listen,
this one to.
Titanic for the better.
Yeah. Johnny,
Well,
no.
you decide.
Just no, yeah, you decide. Midweek Mashup here on Smile Radio. Yes, that one was Two-Faced by For the Better. What do you guys think to a bit of Two-Faced there?
I think
enjoyed
we
it.
can all think of someone that falls into that category.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's blatantly obvious. We could
Yeah,
all think of
or a
somebody
few
that would.
people.
Yeah. Oh, we could just narrow it down. Now, let's just like skirt around that one and get back to yeah, talking about stuff. Now, you actually came up
King
with
of controversy.
a really funny point while that thing was going on about the Titanic 2 not actually being a ship. It's just somebody that identifies with being a ship as per today's standards. You know, it's time, boys, that you should know I actually identify with a wooden chair because I am pretty much an inanimate object. So yeah, that's my identification these days. What do you guys
To
identify
be
with?
fair, you suit it.
I know, I love it, mate. I just sit about doing.
I'd rather not say what I identify as.
Yeah, I don't think I can say it on the radio either.
Is it like
No, me neither.
is it like a pickled gherkin? Is that the closest that we could get to it?
No, it'd be a Big Mac.
A Big Mac, the quarter pounder with cheese, eh?
The Royale with cheese.
Le Royale, yeah, man.
Pickle
So,
Rick.
Honestly, as well, this week, because you just reminded me there, bringing it up, right? Reservoir Dogs actually celebrated its big anniversary. I think it was like 25 years since Reservoir Dogs hit cinemas. Older than you guys, not quite older than me though. I've got a decade on Reservoir Dogs, but you guys have surely seen this film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how like violent and stuff that Reservoir Dogs is. It's a Tarantino film, for crying out loud. You know how violent it is. But did you actually know they turned it into a stage play? There was a Broadway production of Reservoir Dogs.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You can imagine how that goes. Like the dude's there on stage dancing to "Stuck in the Middle" with you, trying to cut a copper's ear off with like a shaving knife. It adds to all the display. What do you reckon? It's like a 4DX experience. Like he's cutting the ear and the sprays are hitting the audience. That it's just like going to see Gallagher in
What
concert.
film is
The
that?
first two rows are in the splash.
Reservoir Dogs. Have you not seen Reservoir Dogs, Johnny?
No, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, but yeah, stage show of Reservoir
He sat
Dogs.
there singing along to it.
Yeah,
as
he's
he
giving it
puts
the
up
whole,
his ear.
well, I don't know why I came here tonight, giving it the groove, and then as it gets stuck
Then
in the
walks
middle with you.
outside and gets the
Yeah,
petty van.
all one shot. It was all done in one shot as well. Like he goes out to the car, the music's playing in the background, but because it's old school cinema and that's what the sort of cinema style Tarantino goes for, the music is actually part of the film. And as he walks out, the music goes down. He goes out, gets a gas can and whatever else he needs from the boot of his car. He walks back in, right back into the middle of the song, but it's a perfect beat to walk back into, and then he just goes at it and he cuts the dude's ear off. Spoiler alert. And it gets a bit more gruesome than that. But you can imagine though, on a stage play, how the hell are you gonna like imitate cutting somebody's ear off and make it look real?
I want to see this, to be honest.
I know. I'm hoping that they threw the
What
ear
was
out to
the
the
date of the
audience,
actual film?
like like that fight with Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, where he bit his ear off.
Yeah.
Like spat it out to the audience.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping it'd be something like that, isn't it? You know, with real
Mike
ears.
Tyson-esque.
Yeah, very Mike Tyson-esque, or Mike Tyson-esque, as he says it. You know. Speaking of which, we're coming up to Christmas soon, so we're gonna have a Christmas. We've got to have a Christmas show coming up on the Midweek Mashup. All bets are off. We'll make it a special. Halloween's next week, next Wednesday, in fact, isn't it? We're a week away from Halloween now.
Oh, wow.
Is it next
It
Thursday?
is indeed.
No, it's next
Yeah.
Wednesday.
No, it's
So
actually next Wednesday, yeah. So midweek mashup on Halloween, yeah.
it's a Halloween special, and because it's Halloween,
Yeah.
we might even have a playlist of Halloween tunes that we can actually rip on. It won't be unsigned music, unfortunately, that week, because we want music that we can take the mick out of, and we don't want to do it to you brilliant unsigned artists out there. So we'll go hit the
Nah,
commercial
we like them
stuff
too
and
much.
start ripping on the Monster Mash and that. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones. But don't be put off by the Monster Mash. We'll still have a great show out of it. Come here for the banter, not just the music. Innit? You know what I mean? Titanic 2 hashtag. Jam identifies, but yeah, so we're coming up to the final 13 minutes of the show. God, here we go again. Next one is my Strange Bones, and this is called Here Come the Wolves. Pretty much like us, we're the wolves, and here we come.
The shimmer of diamond shines bright. Eyes a blinker by the toxic tabloid cries. Lies disguised. Here come the wolves, a blind authority, rich minority. Grab for monopoly when the door swings open. Here come the wolves, no eyes on them when the wolf comes. Here come the wolves, no eyes on them when the wolf comes. Backing up and cracking down. Encryption codes for proper now. We can live up, so we give up. There's no payout, so we learn to do without. We can live up, so we give up. There's no payout, there's no way out. Run up hills and then fall down. Double shots and triple crime. We can't live up, so we give up. There's no payout, so we learn to do it out. We can't live up, so we give up. There's no payout, there's no way out. Tuck our chins and hunker down. Carve it up and whittle down. Can't live up, so we give up. There's no way out. We can't live up, so we give up. There's no payout, so we learn to do without. We can't live up, so we give up. There's no payout, there's no way out. Coming up and whittling down. Coming up and whittling down.
Yes, that one there was Low Payout featuring Dicky Barrett by Big Mother Gig, and let's see who the other one is. Sorry, and Dicky Barrett. Yeah, it was both on there, but he got featured twice. Lucky guy gets his name twice on a song. If only you guys were that lucky. I might even feature you guys twice on the title of the show, maybe. But I doubt it, because, yeah, we ain't going to do that. Can you believe it, guys? It's come to the end of the show, near enough. We've got enough time for one more song this evening. But I'd like to thank my fellow co-host, James Herrington, for joining me this evening, and Jonathan Edwards.
How come he always goes first?
Yeah.
I'm offended.
Why do I go first?
All right, well, I'd like to thank my co-host, Jonathan Edwards, and James Herrington. It's just that you guys, it rolls off the tongue better when I say Jam and Johnny, because it always is Jam and Johnny. It's not Johnny and Jam, is it? You know.
Jam's the better one anyway.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, you know. See, while we was off, we was talking about back rubs or something else, and what would you prefer? And we all came to the conclusion that we would love the back rub as well as the something else, maybe. And then we came, but we're going to save that. Nice. We're going to save that topic for next week because it is a definite late night lineup topic. Is this one? So yeah, but yeah, don't forget, stick around now for the next hour. You've got Renegade rock music, so it's all hard rock to follow us up, and it's all stuff that you probably know. So yeah, there you go. Another reason to listen to Smile Radio. 12 o'clock is the classic rock hours from till 3 a.m. So if you're in the mood for some Alice Cooper, some Ozzy Osbourne, all the good stuff, tune in. It's from everything from the 70s up until about the 90s. Do you realise now that the 90s is technically classed as classic rock now? Because, you know, it's 20 years ago, man.
Wow.
I know, crazy, right? I feel like I should be classic Ritchie now, you know, and Jake can be like new Ritchie or something, innit? Diet Ritchie, like half the calories. But yeah. Anyway, you've been listening to the Midweek Mashup. I'm Ritchie J. You can catch me again tomorrow, 1 till 3, live on Smart Radio. I like to keep it clean on that show, so, you know, if you're a family-friendly person, tune in at 1 o'clock. These guys will be back tomorrow night from 9 p.m. with the Game Boys. I'd like to say good night, God bless to everybody. Jam, do you want to have a little sign out before you go? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there he is. There. Yeah, go on, then, Jam. I'll let you throw it. Here's your minute of glory.
Yeah. Oh wait, I get a whole minute.
Time's up. There we go. Johnny, it's your turn. You can sign out now.
Hasta la vista.
Right, okay. Are you in agreement with me,
Yeah.
Jam, that next week we're just gonna revoke Johnny's like farewell rights, right?
Yeah, I agree. These are getting weirder and weirder every week, not gonna lie.
I know. Next week he's gonna be like, "Good night," and it puts the lotion on the skin, or else it gets the hose again. And
Wow.
you know what I'm coming with that one, right? But yeah, this is the midweek mashup.
yeah.
We'll be back
Stole
next
it.
week. Back again
What am I
tomorrow
gonna do next week now?
with the Gay Boys. Well, we've got something
I
else
guess I'll
lined up.
Put someone's ear off.
Well, oh my days, there he goes. He's taking it to the next level. Anyway, I'm going to end this one with some Cranial Matter by The Primitive Race. Enjoy yourselves this Wednesday night here on the Midweek Mashup with me, Jam, and Johnny back again. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Hopefully, we'll be on time as well.